What's up, wrestling fans? It's Joe Cronin. We have some very scary news that's going on. This is terrible news. Terrible, terrible, terrible news. I want to thank all the associate producers down below in the description box, and of course, the executive producers of the Joe Cronin Show in the description box as well. I'll give you guys shout-outs later tonight on the SmackDown review. But Becky Lynch and Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey, is it off? So many people are talking about this, speculation everywhere. But a site, our little friend over there at Fightful has been breaking some news recently, some decent amounts of news, and reports from WrestleVotes and Fightful.com reporting that women's champion Becky Lynch versus Raw's women's champion Ronda Rousey has been pulled from Sunday's Survivor Series pay-per-view due to Becky Lynch being injured. The report states that, at least the report from Fightful states that Becky suffered a broken nose, and she might also have some kind of concussion. And obviously we know that last night it was Nia Jax who accidentally gave Becky Lynch this stiff shot that ended up making her bleed, making her get busted open there. And there's said to be some minor heat on Jax for the injury. I got to tell you, man, if this is true, then this is absolutely ridiculous. And stupid Nia did it again, okay? Listen. No, I'm just kidding. That's terrible. I'm just joking, Nia. But no, Jesus. But no, Nia Jax injured Becky. It's an accident, probably, obviously. But hey, they're saying that she has some heat on her. But I'd be really upset about this. I would be very angry if this happened. If we didn't get, after all this buildup, it's the only match, almost the only thing I care about is Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. And when that invasion angle started the other night, I was kind of like, well, this kind of stinks. You know what I mean? We've seen this a million times. I'm not really into this. But then it got really good by the end, man. It really did. It got really good by the end. And if this wasn't continued, if we didn't get a resolution or some kind of thing, I mean, you know, in the end, were we really going to get a good resolution anyway at Survivor Series? We were most likely going to see interference by Tamina and Nia Jax or some kind of bogus finish to protect both champions, which I kind of think you got to do at this time. But then again, if you just do a really good match and somebody comes off winning, it would be okay. Because right now, these two women are so fire that it doesn't matter. You know, you have people complaining about Ronda's, promo the other night on men. I mean, I didn't think she was giving a promo on men. You know, people were booing it. But I thought she was giving a promo on soy boy, like, weak men. I thought she was giving a promo on weak soy boy, Antifa-like men. So I really didn't get upset about it. People were like, well, Joe, why didn't you get mad about it? I'm like, well, she didn't describe me. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys who wears those clothes. Maybe if you're some sourpuss vegan guy, you're upset. So maybe then you're mad, which I could understand. And there is a double standard there, because if you ever attacked women like that, anybody would be a problem. But anyway, I liked Ronda's promo. I like her fire. I don't necessarily love her in the ring yet. She's kind of an anomaly in the ring still. Becky Lynch, though, has been wonderful. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, there it is. Is Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey off at Survivor Series? By the way, this news being dulled out by WrestlingInc.com, and, of course, the information originally coming from Fightful. And that's about it, but I can tell you guys, if you're still listening, here's some big stuff for you. For at least a lot of you guys who are on Patreon have wanted me and Leah to do a podcast. Me and Leah have now done a podcast. Of course, Leah's my wife, for you who don't watch Monetize This and my other shows. Me and Leah did a pilot episode of this podcast. It's 40-something minutes. It is up on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show right now for patrons to go listen to. We were thinking about naming it some things, and so we talked about that there. We had some good suggestions. Well, we had one good suggestion, and a couple other ones are all right. And so anyway, we're going to make it a weekly thing in the $5 tier on Patreon, but right now I think it's available for all patrons right now. It's a sample episode pilot. So that's up there. I'm going to have another one coming up with Jesse later. Plus, we got the Corrupted podcast on Saturdays and everything else on Patreon. There's just so much stuff on Patreon. You can download stuff instantly from there. I also put a sample of me and Leah's podcast up over on my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. So enjoy that. Let me know what you think down below, guys. Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey, is it off? And if it is, I'm pissed, man. Even though it was probably going to have a bogus finish, I'm still mad. I'm just still upset about it. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you later. The champ's nose is bleeding.